Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be discussing the NWSL Regular Season Match between the Seattle Reign and the Utah Royals. You can also listen to this match review on Spotify, link in the description below. Likewise, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you can also watch this game review on YouTube. Link will be in the description. So the Reign are having a pretty interesting season so far. They're coming off of that 2-2 draw against the Chicago Stars, which on paper doesn't seem like much. But if you saw that game, it was honestly pretty good. It was pretty amazing. Against the Stars, the Reign actually went down 2-0 at halftime. They spent the second half getting forward and attacking, and eventually Lynn Biandulo was able to grab a goal in the 87th minute. And then 2 minutes later, Jordan Buggs scored and the teams were both level. I feel like I've been around the Reign enough, or more like I'm familiar enough with the Reign to know they were going to come back in that game. 2-0 down at halftime, yeah, it's a position that the Reign have been in many times in the past. Usually they come back, but sometimes they don't. This was a case where I felt as though the Reign were going to come back, and I felt that very strongly. And they did. It's always impressive when they do. Now the Reign are set to face the Royals. I would like to think the Reign can win this one, but it would be good if they can make an impact earlier. The Reign should try to control the midfield, and I think Laura Harvey should start Ji So-yoon and Sam Meza. When both of them came on in the second half of the Reign vs Stars game, they really changed up how the team was playing. We saw better control in the midfield as well as more build-up and connection with the attack. So starting them would be good this time around. That being said, let's get into the lineup for this match. Alright, so the lineup. We have Claudia Dickey in the goal. For defenders, Phoebe McLaren, Jordan Bugg, Madison Curry, and Shea Holmes. For midfielders, Sally Menti, Sam Meza, and Ji So-yoon. For forwards, Maddie Darling, Lynn Biandulo, and Emery Adamas. Overall, it is a good lineup. The attack looks pretty strong with Darling, Biandulo, Adamas, G, and Menti. Good support in the midfield with Meza. She will be able to provide a nice balance in the midfield, meaning she will be able to drop back and support the defense, as well as create plays for the attack. G is also solid in that area too. She is quick with her looks and touches. Likewise, having Adamas and Darling attacking up the wings will be great too. Darling especially, she is very aggressive with her attacks. We will see her challenging the Royals back line and making those cuts into the box. There just needs to be good connection in the attacking third, as well as the rest of the Reign being on the same page attack-wise. The Reign backline needs to be on top of runners and passes in behind. They need to make sure they can drop back. The last thing the Reign wants is a repeat of the match against the Stars. That being said, let's get into the first half. Alright, so the first half, we are off. Ignore my air condition. The Royals are in a 4-3-3. The Reign are in a 5-3-2 with Darling attacking from the back. You could probably call her a false left back for fun since that is not where she will stay. And it's even funnier with Crnogorcevic. It's too bad Crnogorcevic is out with an injury. Because, yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that when Harvey was playing Darling and Crnogorcevic in the defense, or quote, in the defense, and they were tacking up from the back. Yeah, it's funny because Darling does have some defending ability. Crnogorcevic doesn't. Anyway, 10 minutes in, the Reign are off to a good start. There was some early pressure from Utah in the first few minutes, but it was nothing in comparison to the Reign's pressure. The Reign were applying pressure in all the right places, mainly the midfield and the Royals' defensive third. There was good build-up in the attack, and the Reign were creating plenty of chances. The pressure would pay off with G's goal in the 5th minute. Biandulo would make a cross, Utah would be unable to clear it, or was unable to clear it, and G would grab a goal for the Reign, making it 0-1. So 25-minute mark up to now, the Reign are in complete control. Once again, pressure from the Reign has been solid and in all the right places, i.e. the midfield and the Royals' defensive third. There was good connection in the attack and the build-up has been great. Adamas, Menti, Meza, G, and Darling are cohesive and playing well together. Darling would score a funny goal in the 15th minute. A long ball would be played up to her. Darlene would make a run into the box and get taken out by McGlynn. Still, she had enough force, enough force behind her kick that the ball would bounce its way gingerly into the goal, making it 0-2 for the Reign. Yeah, that was probably the funniest goal I've seen in a while. 38-minute mark, the Reign were forced to learn a hard lesson up to this point: what happens when you take your foot off the gas pedal. So in the 30th minute, the Royals would make an attempt from outside the box. It would bounce off the post and still remain in the box. St. George's would run up and score, making it 1-2. Bug in the Reign likely thought it would be offside. I'm kind of questioning that too. I kind of thought it was going to be called offside. But up to this point, though, the Royals were increasing their pressure while the Reign were relinquishing their control of the midfield. They were not pressing as much as they should and were inviting the Royals to attack them, which is no problem as long as they can, well, defend. But after the Royals scored, it woke the Reign up, and now they are starting to get forward and regain control. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the halftime notes. So right now, Seattle Reign are up 1-2. Overall, it was a good first half for the Reign. There was good control and build-up in the attack. Connection and finishing in the box could be better, especially when it comes to set pieces and corner kicks. Going into the second half, the Reign needs to keep up their attack and maintain control. They run the risk of the Royals coming back in the second half if they line up and stop applying pressure. That is the last thing they want is to lose their lead. That being said, let's get into the second half. All right, so the second half, we are off. 55 minutes in. So after some back and forth in the midfield, the Reign were able to get forward and create some chances. They had a chance from a corner kick, but much like the first half, they could not put anything away from the set piece. The build-up in the midfield and attack is still good despite Utah's pressure, but the connection in the box needs to be better. There is more pressure from the Royals, and the Reign has to be careful with that. 66-minute mark. Up to this point, the Royals were putting the Reign under a lot of pressure. They were able to battle the Reign for possession in the midfield and create some chances in the Reign box. The Reign were also getting forward, but there appeared to be a disconnect in the attack, with players not being on the same page. For example, G and Biandula would press, and G would play it up, expecting Darlene on the left wing to get on it, but she would just not be there. I think that kind of happened twice. In the 65th minute, though, G would make a run towards the Royals box, drawing the defenders to her, but then she would play it up for Adamus, who was running in completely unexpected to the Royals. It was actually really cool, a really cool play. Adamus would score, making it 1-3 for the Reign. So now that the Reign are up, the question is, will the Reign settle and park the bus, or will they keep attacking? So 78-minute mark. Now that the Reign has their 2-goal lead again, it seems like the answer is to, quote, park the bus or play on the defensive. Harvey would sub out Darlene and G for Mason, a defender, and Mondesir. Haitama would sub on for Biandolo a minute later. After that, the Reign would just invite the Royals to attack them. We kind of know how it goes with the Reign. They're just going to sit back to defend and let the opposing team come at them. I mean, there's already 5 defenders on the pitch, especially with Mason coming in for Darlene. So they don't really have to do anything else except defend. All right, so the 89th minute mark. What was supposed to be an easygoing finish for the Reign, like they were just going to defend and chill, that wouldn't happen. Towards the end of this game, we saw some VAR drama. In the 85th minute, Mondesir would make a cut into the Royals box and ended up getting tripped or caught in the shin by Michaela Clough. Mondesir would go down in a lot of pain, and VAR would check to see if there was a foul committed in the box by Clough. The referee was told to go and check the screen. The referee checked and confirmed that Clough fouled Mondesir, and the Reign were awarded a penalty kick. Adamus would step up and convert the penalty, making it 1-4 for the Reign. The Reign would play on the defensive for 7 additional minutes because, of course, and the match would end with Dickey dribbling the ball and the Reign winning 1-4. So, I don't really have much to say for closing notes. Overall, it was a good win and performance from the Reign. There was good control, pressure, and buildup between the Reign's midfield and attack. The attack performed well, with G being able to create some good plays. Darling and Adamus also played well. I really liked how they did in this game, and honestly, it was just great to see them scoring. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.